Ahoy hoy everyone, welcome to another festive episode of the O Show. I'm O and I'm here for your amusement. Alright, so for today, we are going to make fun of another Rankin Bass production. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm like ruining everyone's childhood. But, I don't care, that's what we do around here. So, you know what? Shout out to AMC. There's a lot of these old, especially Rankin Bass. I don't know, they must have like a deal or something happening. Because they seem to be the only ones airing these old school cartoons still. Now what's weird is they come on at like 4, 5, 6 in the morning. So I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, if you're ever wanting to watch any of these old, especially Rankin Bass productions, check out your local AMC listings. So anyway, today we're going to talk about Twas the Night Before Christmas from 1974. It's only a little 30-minute cartoon. It's cute and all, but, you know, when you sit down and, like, dissect this special, there's a lot going on, and then there's a lot that's not going on. The special starts off, we see this guy. His name is Mr. Trundle. He's a clockmaker and a fixer-upper guy. And he's up, he's awake. It's almost midnight, and he's like, this is gonna be a shit year, y'all. Like, Santa Claus ain't coming. Then we go into a mouse hole, and we meet Father Mouse. And he's up, and he's like, ugh, Christmas is coming, but is it though? So now we rewind back like 2 months. And he's like, look, y'all, let me tell you what happened. So, 2 months ago, everyone was just minding their own business, and then here come the mailman, right? And apparently, everyone in town got return letters from Santa Claus. And they're like, why the fuck did Santa Claus send back our letters? And no one knows. So, already, this special is a mess. Like, look at this. So, first off, this little boy mouse right here, if you look at his letter, he addressed himself as Boy Mouse. And so I'm like, oh, because if you've never seen this before, you're probably thinking like, okay, there's a girl, there's a boy. They only have like 2 children, right? Even though mice should be having like 8. I'm just saying. Then he says something along the lines of like, see this ink spot? I put that ink spot there when I mailed the letter. But what's so funny is when they first show the back of the letter, there's nothing there. Then all of a sudden there's an ink spot. And then if you look at the mom's letter, when she's holding it, you can see the back of it. And then she actually flips the letter. And then we're still looking at the back of it. Okay. This thing just started. It's already a mess. So then we see the town folk, right? And the town folk have now gathered in front of the mayor's office. And they are like pissed off that Santa sent their letters back. And people even got like picket signs. Why? I never understood why the people are like hounding the mayor. He didn't send your letters back. Santa did. What is the mayor supposed to do? If I was the mayor of this town, I'd be like, fuck all y'all. Now, I'm going to sign a you are bothering me tax. Like, what the fuck? What are you supposed to do? And then what's funnier is that the father mouse gets on his little mouse telephone and he calls somewhere in the North Pole. And he's like, hey, this is Father Mouse. Like, what the fuck? Like, why did Santa send our letters back? And then the guy on the other end, he's like, oh, you say you're from Junctionville? Well, I know exactly what happened. Let me tell you. So, Santa did not like that letter that was printed in this newspaper. And the mouse is like, what? What letter? And this guy's like, yeah, there was a letter, like, y'all were talking shit about Santa Claus. He didn't like it. And it was signed, all of us. So Santa's like, fuck that town. Then I get shit. And sends their letters back. So what baffles me is like, why does this mouse have the phone number to the North Pole? So no one else in this town has a number? Is that what they wanted the mayor to do? I don't know. That's weird. So now we jump back to the mayor's office. And there's a really funny line. I didn't catch this as a kid, and then I got older. I was like, okay, that's actually kind of funny.
A citizen to see you, Mr. Mayor.
Citizen? They're not allowed in here. This is public property.
Get it? You know, because it's public. But he's, okay, anyway. So Mr. Trundle, the clock guy, He comes in. He tells the mayor, like, hey, Santa's pissed off. We don't know why, but I think I have a solution. Here's a model of a clock. And I want to build this clock tower. And what's going to happen is at midnight on Christmas Eve, well, Christmas morning. Anyway, the morning of Christmas. The clock is going to go off. And it's going to sing a song. And when Santa is flying overhead at midnight, he's going to hear the song. And then he's going to come and deliver presents again, right? I never understood, like, why that's the plan. Santa would be like, yeah, I don't think so. Like, so, I guess in this world, Santa passes over your house at midnight? Is that what's happening? I don't know. But the mayor approves it, right? Now, I don't understand, like, who's building this clock? Just you? One person? And who is funding the building of this clock? The song that's supposed to be playing for Christmas is a song called Christmas Times Are Calling. Santa, Santa.
Christmas chimes are calling. Santa, Santa.
Okay, so now my question is, I have a lot of questions. So, the song is playing. Is it like an original song? Did this Trundle guy write this song? Who's playing the instruments on this song? Are his children singing the song? I just want to know. All right, so then we go back to the mice family, right? So the mice family go into their basement, and apparently they have some kind of archive of newspapers. I don't understand what's happening. Again, this whole town. Why does the mouse have access to the North Pole and access to newspapers? No one else is reading newspapers in this town? Like, I don't understand what's happening. So they go into their basement and they're going through the newspapers and they find the article, right? There's a letter and they're like, we found it, and it's talking bullshit straight up to Santa Claus, like, you are fake, your reindeer are fake. And it signed all of us. And then the little boy mouse, he's like, man, there's a lot of big words in here. It sounds like the mayor, right? But then the father mouse is like, long words, huh? And that always used to bother me because the little boy said big words. And the father's like, long words, you say? No, I did not say.
Big words. It sounds like the mayor.
Long words. Long words. Long words.
Oh, no, it couldn't be.
So I guess the father puts two and two together and goes like, oh my God, I know exactly who wrote this letter. So now we're introduced to Albert, who is the mice's, mice. He's the third child, right? So they got 3 kids. But now that's more funny because, again, before, it just said boy mouse on this guy's letter. But now we're introduced to a mouse named Albert. He's the only one who has a name in this cartoon, in this mouse family. So Albert is the nerd who apparently does not believe in Santa Claus, which I have another question. I'll ask this later. But so yeah, he admits it. He's like, "Yep, I did it. I wrote the letter." And Father Mouse is like, "God damn it, what the fuck is wrong with you?" So yeah. So now the Father Mouse is trying to talk some sense into his child, and he sings a song. So we get our next song in the special. It's called "Give Your Heart a Try," and it's kind of cute. However, though, I was always confused about this one part because Albert runs into Cupid. Cupid shoots an arrow at Albert, and then in the very next scene, we see Albert frolicking around in a field with a girl mouse. But isn't the girl mouse his sister? I'm just saying. I don't know what they were going with that. The timeline always confuses me in this little special. So now the Father Mouse takes Albert around town. He's like, let me show you what your fucking letter did. So he's going around town. He goes to the hospital. He's like, this hospital used to be full of happy, laughing kids, and now they're all fucking depressed because their letters got returned from Santa. And they even mentioned something about he used to have like the best medicine. Like I don't understand why letters to Santa being returned affected the medicine that these kids are getting. I don't know. So, there's a kid who drew a picture of Santa, and now he's unsupervised near a cliff where he just fall into the water. But he's so sad, he just throws the picture into the water. Like, but my question is like, how did Father Mouse know all these kids were depressed? Did he leave the house? Has it been like weeks later? I don't know, because then Albert's like, okay, well you keep showing me kids. So Father Mouse is like, oh, okay. Well, let's go talk to Mr. Trundle. Well, not talk to Mr. Trundle, but they go back to the clock store, and he shows Albert the little model clock that Trundle built. So I'm assuming it has to be like a week later or something. So then Albert kind of becomes like fascinated with this clock. And then it's funny because he then asks his dad, he's like, so does the clock run on something, he said, right? Like, how does the clock work? And the Father Mouse is like, And I find that weird because in the opening credits, when they show Trundle in his clock shop, the Father Mouse is right there with him. So he works with Trundle. Trundle knows there's a mouse family living in his house. Okay. And the mouse works for him. So the mouse fixes and knows he builds things. Like, that's how he knew he built this model thing. But when Albert asks how it works, this guy's like stumped. Is he getting paid? Or does Trundle like feed him scraps? Because, I mean, they have like little like mouse furniture and stuff. So I assume he has an income. But he couldn't answer this question. Okay, anyway. So the day comes where the mayor is debuting this clock, right? Now here's another issue I have with it. In the beginning of the special, we see a picture of like City Hall, like wherever the mayor is at, right? And in the middle of it is a clock tower. And now we're on the day of them debuting Trundle's clock to the town, so they know exactly what's going to happen. Trundle brings in a model clock tower that he wants to build. But if I'm looking at this correctly, it's the same clock tower that was already on the building. So I'm not exactly sure what was being built. It looks to me that Trundle just went inside the clock maybe and added a musical feature and some speakers maybe. Is that all he did? I never understood like this clock tower that he's... Okay, alright. Anyway. Are y'all still with me? The clock starts playing the song, and then all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose, right? It starts going crazy. It's the springs flying out. It's breaking down, and everyone doesn't know what the fuck is happening. And Trundle is like so embarrassed. He don't know what the fuck's happening. So the mayor is pissed off. So the mayor is like, so Trundle comes back to like fix the clock, and the mayor's like, no, you're not gonna fix the clock. Like, you are forbidden to even touch this clock again, right? Which is really weird because y'all don't have any other plans. It's like the mayor was like, okay, well, you failed. We're gonna go to plan B. There's no plan B. It's just like, now everyone's like pissed off at Trundle to the point that they're going into his shop and taking back their broken clock. Like, there's 3 customers like, fuck you. You don't know what you're doing. Don't fix my clock. But then I have to like wonder, like, why is everyone's clocks broken? And if you're taking your clock back from him, are there any other clock makers or fixer uppers in the town? You're just gonna go home with a broken clock, is what you're saying. So one night, Trundle and his kids are talking and they're bitching about Santa Claus. So to stop their bitching, he sings them a song. Now this song that he sings is called Even a Miracle Needs a Hand, right? Which is another cute song. So anyway, the songs from this special are really cute. They're pretty famous and popular. As a matter of fact, if you are a South Park fan, there's a Christmas episode, I want to say in season 4, Have Yourself a Crappy Christmas, I think is what it's called, with Mr. Hanky. But there's a part where Kyle kind of sings his version of this song, and for a split second his face morphs into the face of like the people from this town. So if you ever watch South Park and you see his face change, it's because they're paying homage to. Is homage the word? Homage? Homage. It's a tribute to this special. Albert hears the dad singing the song, and now, since his dad's song at the beginning didn't work, he now catches feelings when he hears this song. So now, he's like breaking down and crying, and the dad's like, what the hell's your problem? And he's like, I did it. And the dad's like, yeah, we know. You already told us you wrote the letter, you asshole. But he's like, no, I did it. I broke the clock. I know. This is when Albert needs his ass whooped. Okay? Because he is just doing the most in 30 minutes. So the dad's like, what the hell is your problem? So anyway, he's like, you know what? I'm going to make it better. I'm going to fix it. And the dad's like, you don't know how to fix the clock? And this kid keeps talking about Copernicus. Like, us kids know who Copernicus is. I still don't even know who Copernicus is. But he's like, look, I'm going to grab this book and I'm going to go fix the clock. Oh, I'm also going to grab this wrench. That's all he grabs. But what's so funny to me is, like, again, Father Mouse works with clocks. He literally told his son, like, you don't know how to fix a clock. But instead of saying, like, hey, you need me to help you? You want me to come with you and kind of watch you or whatever? He just goes, good luck. Bye.
Good luck.
I think he should have whooped Albert's ass, and then after he was whooped, be like, they're going to fix the fucking clock. So, like, Albert is, like, in this clock, and he's running around. Now, if you were in the clock before, because he wanted to see how the clock works, that's how he broke it. But, like, he never really goes back to a certain spot. So, should he know, like, what he did and where the issue lies? I don't know. All they do is just show gears just moving. That's it. That's all they show. So, anyway, Albert's inside the clock now. And then Father Mouse goes and tells Mr. Trundle, like, hey, I know what happened to your clock. My son broke it. And Trundle's like, damn, for real? If I was Trundle, I would like, y'all need to just pack your ass up and leave. Get out of my house. Now I'm poor. All right, so now we fast forward to where we started in the beginning, when everyone was up at midnight to see if anything was going to happen. So the clock strikes midnight, and then you hear some carolers outside. And they're like, well, nothing's happening, so Christmas is ruined. But then, surprise, surprise, the clock starts singing its song, right? Okay, now here's my thing. If the plan was to have this clock play this song, and then the clock breaks, how come no one was like, well, let's learn the song? And they were all going to come out of our house and sing really loudly, you know? Like how the Who's sing their song in the Grinch cartoon. just get into the street and sing. So they have carolers outside singing. Someone's outside. So I was just like, oh, why did they just learn the song? I don't know, y'all. And now I know why these kids in the hospital are in the hospital. Like, there are so many kids outside with no coats on. It's crazy. At one point, it's snowing. I'm like, okay, it is cold outside. And y'all in y'all pajamas. But you know what? Whatever. But hey, it was a Christmas miracle because Santa Claus just so happened to be passing over at that time. So Santa Claus literally stops, like, mid-air. Like, him and his reindeer are flying, and he literally they just all stand still, listening to the song play. And I guess he was like, oh, is that song for me? Oh, her. And then he goes to Junctionville, and he falls for it. Why does Santa Claus fall for this? I don't understand. I would have been like, what I need you to do is write a new letter, apologizing, taking everything back. And then when I read it, maybe I will come back next year and deliver presents. Like, that is really what should have happened in the special. But no, Santa Claus is a dummy. So he delivers presents. Now, they really only show him go to one house. He goes to Trundle's house. Why? Because it was Trundle's idea for the clock. So silly. So anyway, Santa goes into the house and packs presents for everybody, and then we get the "Twas the Night Before Christmas" poem that's happening. So I'm pretty sure someone took the poem and built a story behind it. They animated it, and they were just like, "Here you go, finished product," because the story's just all over the place. Also, does Trundle take credit for the clock working again? Because I mean, the father mouse told him that Albert was going to fix it, hopefully. But does he just walk around town do people say like, okay, yay, Santa Claus finally came, and because the clock worked, so good job, Trundle. I think Albert should like write another letter, since he writes letters, and put that in the paper and be like, look, I broke the clock, I fixed the clock, but no one's giving me credit, so fuck all y'all. Also, is this the only mouse family in town? I assume not. I don't know, because in the beginning, when the mailman came to deliver the package, like, he had a shitload of letters. Well, there was a mailman and a mouse mailman, right? So the mouse mailman hopped off the human mailman and delivered the mail. But he had a whole lot in his sack. So I'm just saying, are there other mice family in this cartoon? Because they never show them. Anyway, y'all, that was "Twas the Night Before Christmas." Okay, I know someone's out there questioning the same things I said, okay? But here's the thing, though. So my ultimate question is, Albert is not a child, not like a toddler or anything, right? To be like, if he was like, I don't know, much younger with glasses, maybe he was two, three, something, and he doesn't believe in Santa Claus, right? But he seems to be old enough to know there is a Santa Claus, because Santa seems to come every year. So why is it this one year he's like, Santa Claus is a fraud? There's no explanation of why this. I mean, he's not an adult. He's grown. I feel like he's like a teenager. I don't know. It's just weird. It's like this is all of a sudden out of nowhere. He's like, Santa Claus ain't real. I'm gonna write this hate mail. So I never really understood like where is this all coming from. See, this is when a special should be an hour long. I get annoyed when specials are an hour, but I feel like this needed to be an hour because I need some backstory or something. I don't know. Anyway, the special's cute. If you grew up with it, you grew up with it. It's really funny how, I forgot what year it was. Like, it took a long time for this to come on, like DVD, home media. I think it was DVD first. But when it did, it got edited, y'all. Like, they were taking things out, and I don't remember the reason why. But I don't know, it went from like 30 minutes to like 20 or something. Like, they were cutting stuff left and right, and people were pissed. So recently there was a Blu-ray version that came out. And like they digitally restored it. It looks beautiful. The picture is just like awesome. And they put everything back. And there's a line in one of the songs. I forget which one. I think it's
How about just about everything that makes a holiday gay?
he uses the word gay, right? But, he's saying like, it looks gay. Because back then, gay meant happy, okay? So, people gave this special shit because the word gay was used in it. But there's so many other Christmas songs and things that use it too. What's that song? It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. What's the one where they're like, make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be, well... Oh, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. That's what it was. So yeah, you got stuff like that. And they were giving this cartoon shit because the word gay was in it. I guess because kids were watching? I don't know. People are stupid. All right, so anyway, y'all, that was my review of Twas the Night Before Christmas. For the nostalgia. But I just had all these things bottled up inside over the years. I just had to get out. I got to get out and ask the questions, okay? Because these questions need asking. All right, so let me know in the comments below if you ever watched it. Will you watch it again now that I have ruined it? There's probably something else in there I'm not seeing, but anyway, that's enough for today. So please like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see y'all in the next festive episode. So until then, TTFN.
The stockings were hung by the chimney with care.